So the stage is set for Kostya Tsyu's first defence of his IBF Junior welterweight title. The bookmakers wouldn't even let you bet Kostya Tsyu to win. They would bet you that he'd won in the distance, won inside the distance, and he was 4-1 on to stop his American opponent, but the bookies wouldn't let you on if you want to back him to win the contest.
Something like 25-1 on in Vegas.
So here we go.
And that's a slow jab by Mayweather. That spells danger.
I think tentative is probably the word, Jeff. There's Tsu after Mayweather. And Kostya's very dangerous in the first 60 seconds of his fights. He doesn't take long to get into overdrive. And Mayweather's going to have to come up with all the tricks in the book. That long arm of Mayweather's, he's not jabbing it, he's just trying to put it into the face of Tsu to keep him away. Pretty hard to do that for 12 threes. He's going to have to produce more than that.
As he does that, Kostya's just summing up the situation. I know what he's doing. He's just thinking, he's saying, well, he's standing there, his left shoulder's right up, his chin's tucked down. This is what I've got to do.
Gee, I'll tell you what way Mayweather respects Tsu. Just a look at his eyes. This is survival round one for Roger Mayweather.
Well, Mayweather's leading with the jab.
Well, Kostya finding it hard to get through Mayweather at the moment. He's all arms and legs and shoulders at the moment, the American.
But the good thing is, Kostya Tsyu's working to the body early in the fight. Oh, big right hand by Mayweather.
He's obviously trying to get that left shoulder up and get his head as far behind it as possible. Mayweather. Kostya can't quite landed a telling blow on him after the first 2 minutes.
You just can't hit him cleanly, Alan. Not yet, anyway.
Ties him up in close. There'll be a lot of this in the fight. I don't think Roger Mayweather will want to fight at a distance.
See how he's lifting that left shoulder up, covering that left side of the face, left side of the chin. I think we might see Kostya have to do a big left hook in this fight. There's an overhand right. He's not intimidated at all, Roger Mayweather. There's that left hook.
Nice right hand from Mayweather. I think Johnny Lewis summed it up. He said this will be a learning curve tonight for Kostya, fighting an experienced fella. He's at 500 rounds of boxing, Roger Mayweather, at the highest level, and Kostya's only had 63. Very interesting first round.
Well, I was wrong. He survived the first round. And he looks like he might survive a few more because Kostya hasn't been able to hit him clean.
Come on.
Here we are in Kostya Tsyu's corner. Let's listen to him.
Focus, Roger.
All right. Well, that was a close round. 10-9 Kostya Tsu. Make it an even round if we can. Even, 10-10.
You've got 15 seconds, John.
Take the bucket, take the bucket.
I got the bucket.
Take the bucket, take it.
Second count, round 2.
I would imagine the tactics of Mayweather might be the same as he adopted in the first. Try somehow to work his way into the fight later. I think the aim looks to be to survive these early rounds when Kostya lets the bombs go. Oh, he's got him. As soon as Mayweather gives Kostya Tsu any length, he'll pay.
Yeah, but he also hit Kostya Tsu with the right hand on the way in.
Punch him, come on.
I'm sure Johnny Lewis would have expected this type of fight from Mayweather.
Oh yeah, Johnny said to Kostya, don't take this lightly, don't believe what people are saying. He's very, very crafty, he's very experienced, he's come here to fight.
It's cat and mouse tactics at the moment. And those arms are just preventing Tszyu from landing a telling blow.
Nice big long arms, just able to keep Kostya off.
He's got that right hand cocked too, Roger Mayweather. That looks as though it might be his weapon here. Try to lead Kostya into a false sense of security and let the big right hand go. Wouldn't be the first time you had an upset in this caper. Kostya riding those over the back of his neck. Tszyu just trying to line him up. Just can't get through.
Just trying so hard to land that big right hand, he just can't do it. He's hitting on the back of the shoulder all the time. Mayweather's got that shoulder cocked, tucked right onto the left side of the face, covering the chin area.
Will be a good learning night for Kostya. This is one fight you really don't plan on when you embark on a career, to have this type of fighting going on. But I remember Bone Crusher Smith going the distance with Mike Tyson, fighting a similar sort of fight. You often wonder how long he can keep going like this, Mayweather. You'd have to think the odds are in Kostya Tsyu's favour to hit him shortly, or sooner or later.
But the longer the fight goes, the better it is for Mayweather. Kostya don't seem to knock out his opponents after 5 or 6 rounds. They usually go the distance then.
Very good with his hands, Mayweather. He seems to be able to keep those the glove off. Nice uppercut.
Bit of a grin from Kostya Tsyu at the end of that round there. 10-9 Kostya Tsyu. Been a pretty close fight, Alan. It's been a spoiling fight from Roger Mayweather.
Well, it's a type of fight I'm sure that Johnny Lewis and Kostya would have expected. You wouldn't expect Roger Mayweather at the age of 34 coming out prancing and dancing, giving himself space between him and Kostya.
I just expected Kostya to hit him early with a clean punch, but he hasn't been able to do it, and that's to Mayweather's credit. He's a crafty old-timer.
Well, I don't care what division it's in, and I don't care, you know, what elite status you're in. If you win a world title in boxing, you've got to be able to fight. And at 34, he's pulling all the tricks out of the kit bag tonight, Roger Mayweather. And then he's trying to get that big right hand over Kostya's left glove. It's almost a Muhammad Ali tactic, isn't it, Mayweather? Just stick out the left hand and put it on the head of your opponent so he can't get in. It's not a punch. You just keep him there.
That's what he's got to do, but Kostya's got to step a little bit more to his left to bring that left hook into place after the right hand, because that's when Mayweather's open. He's not open for that right hand at the moment. He's got that shoulder covering the left part of his face.
Well, of course, the thing that should be in Tszyu's favour is the longer the fight goes, the better it should be, because at 34 the legs do get a little bit weary.
Definitely so, especially with this kind of pressure on you.
Now Mayweather, he's got his arms up there, he's got the shoulder there.
Come on, punch it off.
Bit of a low blow. Keep him up. Billy Miles straight on to the American.
Billy Miles is most probably our best referee in the country. He's very, very astute what he says, and when he says it, he means it.
Well, this is developing into an absolute brawl.
Well, that's what Mayweather wanted. I'm sure he wanted Kostya in there, tie him up. Kostya's got to work the body more and come down and up.
The other thing I think Kostya's got to be careful of is the left elbow of Mayweather's not far from his jaw.
Very funny, Kostya Tsyu fights with his mouth open.
And the other thing you could get to is a cut eye. So, Tsyu landed a guy's punch on Mayweather then.
Just missed with that left hook.
The uppercut got through.
Come on, come on.
Tsyu trying to just push him away and get a crack at him. Can't get there. And they were, well, one might have scored, but there was no telling punching in them.
Oh, right hand by Mayweather.
That's the danger punch for Tsyu, is his right hand.
See, when Kostya throws bodies and that body punch and he punches up, he doesn't crouch the legs. He punches from an upright position. Much better if he just bent those shoulders down and then come up with his power. He'd get much better power.
Oh, the left hook was in then. After the bell, Billy Miles gets between them. We'll take a break and be back with more.
Anyone?
10-9, Kostya Tsyu.
It was the end smell, mate. The end smell. The end smell. Peter. Yeah, Peter's good.
Well, Jeff, you've given the early rounds to Kostya by a point, eh?
Yeah, I just think that the pressure that he's put on, although the first round might have been an even round because Mayweather did land some jabs and stuff, it's a very, very close fight still. Mayweather's still dangerous. Kostya's got to crouch a little bit more when he punches to the body, and it should just be taking his time and working off his jab, not trying to knock Mayweather out with every punch. Oh, there was a good left hook.
That got through, and that was almost below.
That was below.
Well, then Kostya's getting a little bit annoyed with Mayweather. But he want to be careful and just fight his own fight. Nice uppercut from Mayweather, good scoring punch. But there hasn't been many scoring punches in this fight.
It's been a mauling fight. But again, it's going to be a great experience for Kostya fighting somebody who's doing this to him. Certainly not an easy fight for him.
Okay, where you go?
Well, everything he's doing at the moment's a learning curve, Tsyu. And to fight this type of fellow doesn't do him any harm at all. Or the right hand over the top.
He's loading up now. The member, he can see there's an opportunity for a right hand, and he's putting some power behind it.
Well, he has won 32 of his 53 fights by knockout, Mayweather. So the right hand has been handy for him over the years.
Alan, look at that left shoulder by Mayweather. How he covers his left side of the face with it. You watch when Kostya lines him up. Look at that shoulder. Look at it go up. Oh, right hand.
He's letting go now, Kostya. Hang on to your seats here. Tsyu trying to get through him.
Mayweather is hurt. Kostya should be jabbing his way there. That's what he should be doing, jabbing his way up there. Oh, right hand by Tsyu.
So Tsyu finally trying to find a way through those arms of Roger Mayweather.
There was a beautiful jab by Tsyu then too.
He slowed up a bit in this round, the American. Not a classic fight by any stretch of the imagination here. But Kostya Tsyu is doing what he has to do at the moment. He's picking up the points and waiting for an opportunity. That's all he can do.
That's all he should be doing, just jabbing, 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 hurting his opponent, but he's trying to knock him out all the time.
Oh, nice uppercut from Mayweather. It was a good punch. Steadied Tsyu up a bit. And Tsyu missing wildly.
Get it out, get it out.
He just can't get in there, Kostya. And he's getting a bit frustrated. Another round of Kostya Tsyu. He's in front on points by a country.
Here's the replay of some of that action from the last round. Nice little hook by Kostya there. Mayweather jabbing. Kostya's still just waiting for that knockout punch instead of jabbing his way in there. He should be jabbing to the body, jabbing to the head, and then throwing the right hand. Good right hand by Mayweather.
Press the back hand, put the bucket out the front.
Here's Kostya in the
Come on,
corner.
mate, let's keep it going, mate. Come on, all together. Okay, come on. Gasoline, Peter. Use a towel first, mate, towel. Mouth guard, Peter.
Second down, round 5.
Second down. Look.
So out they come for the 5th round.
Straight out again to try to knock him out. He's got to relax Kostya.
Let him go.
He's got to throw more jabs.
But Mayweather, he won't be prancing and dancing around the room.
Mayweather knows the fight's coming to an end. He's a little bit tired. Oh, left, right by Kostya Tsyu. Hurt Mayweather. So Mayweather's loading up himself.
Bit of blood coming from the lip of Roger Mayweather.
Get it off, get it off. Come on, let him go. Stop. Don't shut.
He's nice and tired, Mayweather. Those legs are looking pretty weary.
The question is, can Kostya land one telling blow on him? No, he can't.
Not yet, but he will.
Punch, punch.
This guy's too tired not to.
Up, come on, let him go.
They're very awkward fighters, these types, that Roger Mayweather's types. You can't really get at them. You can't get into a rhythm. You can't get into the fight. All you can do is pick up the points. It's unfashionable. No one likes it. But you can only fight with what you've got.
It's not the dynamic, awesome Kostya Tsyu that we've seen in the past. Roger Mayweather's giving him a few problems.
Well, I don't know whether Mayweather thinks Kostya's going to punch himself out or not. I wouldn't think that'll be on the cards. But this is round 5. A lot of people didn't think he'd get to round 2, but he's here. And he's still there. He's on his feet. And whilst he's on his feet, anything can happen.
Punch, punch it off. Come on, punch it off. Stop. Take your head. Raise it.
Trying to get through the guard, Kostya, but he can't. It must be frustrating for him. He just can't find a way through. Have a look at Mayweather. His arms and legs almost looks like an octopus. He's all over the joint.
Well, Kostya keeps falling in the trap,
This is a world championship fight. Let's treat it as such, eh? Come on. Away you go.
Well, you may have heard Billy Miles. He said this is a world championship fight. I think we should treat it as such. In other words, he's had enough of it.
Oh, right hand.
Come on.
The mouth wide open of Kostya Tsyu.
Come on.
I think the crowd are getting a little bit impatient. So's referee Billy Miles.
Well, they're a little bit impatient about the tactics of Mayweather, but that's the only way this kid's going to survive, and good luck to him if he can pursue doing that or continue doing that. Kostya's got to bring those legs in close, work to the body, and then come to the head. He's just going in there, he's falling in close. Look at the replay. As he's standing upright all the time, Mayweather can hold him around the neck and around the head. If he drops that shoulder down and puts into the midriff to Mayweather, he can then work up.
Yeah, Another dirty one, Peter.
We've got 10 seconds, John.
10-9 Kostya Tsyu.
Round 6.
10-9 Kostya Tsyu.
This is a championship fight. Let's fight, okay? Way you go.
Billy Miles telling them again, let's fight. Oh, the right hand was a big one. And the left hook was all right too from Mayweather. But if he gets at arm's distance and opens up the fight, he'll certainly give Kostya a chance to get at him.
Come on.
Deep down, I don't think Johnny Lewis would mind this fight going the distance, you know, for Kostya. I mean, everyone likes the fight to end as soon as you can, but from a learning curve and for his future, when you know you're going to have to come up against perhaps more of these types of fighters, I don't think Johnny would be, you know, all that worried that it's gone as long as it has, although it mightn't go much longer if Kostya can keep landing some of those.
Oh, Mayweather left and right.
Go! None of this.
The one thing that Kostya Tsyu can't get is impatient and careless. That left shoulder of Roger Mayweather protecting that left side of the face. And his right arm protects the right side. Tsyu punching up in close. To the halfway mark, almost in round number 6. Billy Miles earning his money tonight. This won't go down as one of the all-time classics, Jeffrey, I can tell you that much.
No, it won't. But it'll go down as a good learning experience for Kostya Tsyu. He's really going to go back home after this fight and do some homework and to start to learn to get in a bit of a crouch more. Especially because these guys all know how hard he can punch Alan, and they're all going to adapt these kind of tactics to him.
Come on. Stop. I'm going to take points. I'm going to take points.
Billy Miles warning Mayweather that he's going to deduct points. Well, the only thing that can happen now, this fight's getting towards the halfway mark. Kostya Tsyu's a mile in front on points. The only thing is whether Mayweather can knock him out to win or whether Tszyu can finish him off.
And Mayweather's trying too.
My word, he is. He's not going to win on points, Roger Mayweather. I guess with Kostya too, Jeff, I mean, you can spar as much as you like in the gym and go well, but you've got to get out there. You've got to have match practice. He might be short of a gallop.
Yeah, it has been a little while since he's fought, but, you know, beautiful looking there. 10-9, Kostya Tsyu.
So Kostya wins another round. He's won every round on Jeff Fennick's card. And I think he's won every round on my card, and I'll be very surprised if he hasn't won every round on everyone else's card. Johnny Lewis doesn't seem to be too perturbed, Jeff. I mean, he's not shouting instructions at Tszyu. It's not as if he's totally unhappy with what he's doing. I guess I've got a sneaking suspicion that Lewis expected it, and he's just hoping Kostya gets through unscathed, go 10 or 12 rounds, win on points if you have to, and march on.
Yeah, right, you know, I think he'd want a little bit more than that.
See, we're halfway through the fight.
Seconds out.
And Tsyu 6 in front.
Wipe that floor from your ear. Where is it?
Fennick, Tszyu rather, so used to calling you in there, Jeffrey. Tszyu trying to put the pressure on Mayweather early in round 7.
Time, give me time. Fix the bandage.
The bandage has just come loose. He's getting very frustrated, Billy Miles.
Well, at the end of the last round, Billy Miles told him to take that up, and it's obvious that they didn't. They knew they would come out, and they knew they'd get a rest.
Come on, let go. Where you go?
Now, Kostya Tsyu, he looks businesslike in this round. Can he get through the defense of the American? or has the 500 rounds that Roger Mayweather has gone through in his boxing career going to stand him in good stead. And I think the other thing too is we may not be giving Roger Mayweather the kudos he deserves either.
Well, yeah, he's very, very experienced. He's, you know, I think he's out there trying to survive, you know, and hoping that he can knock him out.
Come on, punch away. Punch, punch.
Nice
right hand by Mayweather.
From Mayweather, but hasn't stopped doing his tracks, although the uppercut was all right. This will be Tsyu's caper. If they get out to the centre of the ring and fight at a distance, it'll play into Kostya's hands. His hand speed's too quick. Great glove speed, Kostya, against a very, very awkward opponent. You notice also too, when Mayweather goes on the ropes, he goes over to that same part of the ring because it's right next to where his trainer is and he can get the advice. He doesn't get on the ropes on any other part.
Come on.
Well, usually if they go past the halfway mark, they go to distance with Kostya Tsyu.
Punch it off, come on, punch it off.
Although Roger Mayweather looks very tired, and if he gets it with a clean shot, I don't think he will survive.
So is Mayweather going to open up in the final 25 seconds of the fight, of this round?
Jab to the body from the head with right hand.
The gallery starting to call out boring. Well, you can't blame Kostya for that. He's doing his best. I'm afraid it's just one of these fights you're just going to have to put up with. It could be 12 3 minutes of this. There's 7 of them.
Another 10-9 to Kostya Tsyu.
We'll take a break. I think that's pretty fair assessment. Kostya's won every round. Couldn't give it any more than 10-9 per round.
Yeah, because he hasn't dominated. He hasn't been able to knock his opponent down, and Mayweather has hit him with some punches.
Seconds out, round 8.
So here we go. Back to the same side of the ring. I think Kostya might have a better chance if he can get Mayweather out of there. Get him over somewhere else in the ring. Get him on the ropes in another section. But it'd be better if he can find a way through.
Come on, Mr. Mayweather. Let him go.
Oh, the right hand whizzed over Mayweather's head, and he's making Tsyu miss Mayweather.
Big right hand by Mayweather.
At least Kostya's learned a bit about infighting tonight. Hasn't been one of his trademarks throughout his career. Hasn't had to do it much, but he's learning tonight about it.
Come on.
And you were right what you said earlier, Jeff. I mean, if he's going to go and fight other boxers who know he's a shock puncher, they're all going to try and fight the same sort of fight. It's, you know, get your hands and shoulders in the way. The right hand from Mayweather was all right. So he's might have to get used to it or get better at it.
Yeah, well, he's got to get better himself. He's got to learn. He's got to box, getting down to the crouch, coming from down and up. As soon as somebody holds you, you just go to a lower centre of gravity and you can work your way up.
Punch it off, come on. Stop. Come on, Mr. Mayweather.
Billy Miles calling Roger Mr. Mayweather. Does that mean he's older than the referee?
forward.
Right hand by Mayweather. It's a good round for Roger.
Well, you can see why Mayweather won a world title. I mean, when he was a younger man, he would have given a bit of hurry up in his day. There's no risk about that.
Bit of a shoulder there by Mayweather.
Come on, let him go.
It's got to be sapping the energy out of both fighters. Get out of the crowd. Well, he's just holding on, trying to get the distance, Mayweather, as his tactics from round one. So far, it's worked. And if he happened to fluke a big right hand, well, that'd be a bonus.
I've never seen Kostya Tsyu miss with as many punches in my life. Not in all his fights put together.
Well, he just missed with a few more. And that's the end of round 8.
Mayweather scored some good punches in that round, but it's very, very hard to get him around because, you know, Kostya Tsyu does so much work. It makes the fight. Here's a replay of some of the action in that round. And then punches are missing. Mayweather certainly landed about 4 or 5 very crisp, sharp punches in that round. (10-9) Tsyu.
In the bucket, Pete. We need a couple of good rounds, mate. We need them, mate.
Second down, round 9.
So we have 4 rounds remaining.
Yeah, that lace is undone again, or the tape on Mayweather's glove. He'll be going back again.
Give me time. Now, if you don't fix this glove, you'll lose the point. Now, fix it. Hey, just take your time. Give me one. Come on, come on, come on. Let me go. I know that, I know that. Come on, please. Come on. There you go. Don't worry about that. Get around. Come on.
Well, the crowd being stirred up. Billy Mail's been stirred up. He told the corner to tape up the loose glove. Oh, Kostya got him then. It gave the American a chance to have a breather.
He ain't got nothing for you, baby.
Left hook by Mayweather.
Let him out, let him out.
It's proven what a bad judge I am. I've told everybody 1 round. I think I told Mayweather Cam too. They're not going to be happy with me.
No, he's to fight all the experts into round 9.
His other gloves are loose now too.
You often start to wonder whether Tsyu will really get a crack at him at all in this fight.
Come on, work it.
Well, like I
You'd have
said,
to doubt it.
when they go 6 with him, they usually go the distance.
Oh, nice uppercut from Mayweather off the ropes.
That's the punch that he was so famous for knocking Vinny Pazienza out with.
Stop. Let's go. Come on, Kostya, come on, let him go.
Over to the neutral corner. Nice uppercut from Tsyu. Was a good punch. Just trying to get out in the crowd, trying to spur him on. came back too, Mayweather. I tell you what, he can cock that right hand, Roger Mayweather.
Kostya Tsyu's cut. Cut over the left eye.
Well, that's what Mayweather's plans were. If you stay the distance, you're in there and you're on your feet, a cut eye, anything can happen.
Come on, let him go, come on.
Johnny Lewis looking anxiously up from the corner at Tsyu's eye.
Well, that's one thing Lewis is good at, stopping those cuts. Oh, it's a bad one too.
And he heads up to the corner very quickly after round 9.
10-9 Tsu.
I'm watching it.
Kostya, you have to do it. Just give him a drink, boys. Mate, it's a bad cut. Yeah, I don't want to get hit on there again, Koss.
How can you go? Can you hear him, John?
Yes, mate, he's right, Billy.
It's a punch, mate. I've got to take it.
Yeah, it's a punch, mate.
The cut was caused by a cut. By a punch, sorry.
Yes, punch, punch.
He's had a drink, has he? Peter, I want you to put grease on this, mate, what I'll tell you. Just dab it on the... What?
Is he a genius at this, Lewis, with cuts, is he?
He's very good at stopping cuts. Very, very good.
Put it on, mate, just put it on.
Seconds out. Round 10.
Too tight, Koss.
Mouth guard.
Mouth guard. Mouth guard. Fuck.
Okay, rounds 10, 11 and 12. Championship round. Tsu being cut over the left eye. Mayweather.
Oh, right hand by Mayweather.
Get off.
Letting the big timber go, Roger Mayweather.
He's talking to me, Roger Mayweather. Didn't you see that, Alan?
What did he say?
He's telling me that Kostya can't fight. Bring him over, Roger. That's the way he wants to talk to me.
Kostya can't fight. Well, we'll find out 2 more rounds.
Come on, Kostya. Give it to him, Kostya.
Why don't you get on with Roger?
Well, like I said, I tipped a 1-round knockout. I was wrong.
And he's not going to let you forget it.
Let me just tell you, I don't care what Kostya Tsyu's done to Roger Mayweather. I remember the day I boxed him. It only went 3 rounds.
Come on, Kostya. Punch it all, punch. Bring him up, Kostya. Come on, Kostya. This is it. Come on, bring it up.
Into the 10th round. Billy Miles will let them roll around, provided they punch up. They can stay in the clinch. Oh, the rabbit killer. There's frustration for you. And he's appealing. After all he's done in the fight, Mayweather, he's appealing.
About time he's jabbed. Oh, right hand by Mayweather.
Come on, punch away, come on.
Right there, baby. All day, right there.
Underneath, leave him on.
I think that the blood may have stopped flowing from that cut. Oh, he's a bit careless walking in there on that one. Kostya Tsu.
Bring it up. Let him go, come on, Kostya, let him go.
Just started to trickle now from that cut. But we're more than halfway through the round.
Oh, there's an opening for a hook there.
Stop.
A very frustrating night for Kostya Tsu.
Bring it up, Kostya.
He wakes up tomorrow and goes through this fight. Well, remember, he went through a learning curve against a very, very experienced fighter.
Bring it up, Kostya, hard, come on.
Tsu trying to get through him. The crowd are just dying for a knockout here. They've been as much frustrated as Kostya has.
Bring me hard, Kostya. Hard, Kostya, come on. Again, uppercut. Punch away. Come on, punch. Stay there again, full Kostya, inside. Stay there. Uppercut, bring it up, Kostya.
Big left hook by Tsu there.
And there we go, the end of round 10. We've got 2 to go. We'll take a break. Johnny Lewis just telling Kostya, while that commercial break was on, that 2 rounds to go. He asked him how he was feeling. Kostya Tsyu said he was fine. He's a very fit athlete.
So we want another drink, Kostya? Anyone want it?
Seconds out, round 11.
2 rounds remaining.
There you go. Punch.
Kostya trying to up the ante here around 11.
Well, he knows he's cut and he's got to.
Come on.
I'm not sure how bad the cut is, but Johnny Lewis said in that round it was a bad cut. Although Johnny does use those smart little things to say to make you keep your hands up a little bit more.
Come on.
The body hard. Hard. Again.
Tsyu trying to open him up. But Mayweather's arms and shoulders have saved him plenty here tonight.
Uppercut, Costa, uppercut.
It's been nothing but a brawl from round 1. He looks tired, Mayweather. He just looks to me as if Tsyu could land one on him. I think he can put him down.
Hey, come on.
Costa's punching around those corners. You've got to punch straight down the barrel.
Come on.
So you move over a little bit more to that left, get away from that left shoulder. Oh, it's a good right hand.
You've got to give Mayweather his fitness. This has been a hard,
right
tough
hand
fight.
by Mayweather. He's worked very, very hard. I mean, he deserves, you know,
Keep this to yourself.
although he's not going to win it, he deserves a medal.
Come on, Coach. Let him go. Punch.
I think if you ask Billy Miles at the end of this is probably the hardest fight he's ever had to referee. He's headbutting everywhere. Mayweather and Tsyu still can't get at him. I think he's so tired that if Tsyu could land one on him, he could still get him. Can Kostya land one? Can he get him? Can he tag him? He hasn't tagged him all night.
Oh, just missed that uppercut. Right hand by Mayweather.
Oh, the uppercut from Tsyu is equally as good. He's a wily old customer, this fellow. He looks his half out in his feet.
Yeah, he does.
Tsyu just can't land one. And that's the end of round 11. As Mayweather just staggers to his corner. He's out in his feet, the American.
Those 34-year-old legs took a long time to get over there.
He's a wounded tiger, mate. He's trying to bring us on the right hand all the time. Just think, mate, please, come on. Feeling good, mate? Feeling good, Coach?
Tsyu lands with a jab there. Missing that big uppercut.
This last round.
Yeah. 10-9 Tsyu.
Take the bucket.
There's been a few close rounds.
3 minutes.
Johnny Lewis pleading for Kostya just to think. He said, 1 round to go, just think.
Seconds out, 12
Stay away from his right hand.
Yeah, he said, pick your punches.
Here we go. 3 minutes left.
Straight back into the stranglehold. Oh, that was low.
What's the head? Come on.
Oh, left hand, and the left hook was all right from Kostya Tsyu, and he holds on Mayweather. He went with his own left, and Kostya Tsyu's left hand
Another low
came
blow.
back.
Another low blow.
Mayweather. 1,
low blow. He's worn him all night. Low blow, head-butting, you name it. And Kostya Tsyu still can't land the punch. He's tried for 34 minutes so far, and he hasn't been able to do it. Oh, savage blows. Not hard to see why he was good in his day, Mayweather. Father Time's taken its toll. But boy, when he was a younger man, no wonder he won a world title. Because you can see glimpses of it.
Beautiful right hand, beautiful. He's just beautiful in the boxing ring. He's got all those skills, but he's on old legs now, Alan. Kostya's family going berserk.
Punch.
That was the first time he went from the body to the head, Alan. He threw a 4 or 6 punch combination of the body, got the hands down and threw a left hook.
60 seconds remaining. Kostya Tsyu stays on his feet for a minute. He retains his IBF junior welterweight title. Nice short uppercut.
Cut that. Let's cut it.
He's saying Billy Miles poked him in the eye.
Okay. Look. Come on.
The big crowd calling for a knockout, but I don't think it's going to come. Oh, the left hook was all right.
27 seconds.
Can Kostya put him down? Or can Mayweather pull something out of the old kit bag?
Final 10 seconds.
Give me time, John. Cut that. Just cut it. Come on.
The final 10 seconds of the fight. The bell has been stopped. They mightn't even have time to lay glove on each other. Bell about to sound. And there it is. Kostya Tsyu retains his IBF junior welterweight title over a very, very crafty old codger.
Ladies and gentlemen, very shortly we'll have the announcement from the judges ringside, just collecting their final judging as we speak.
Well, this is what we saw for 12 3-minute rounds. 12 threes.
Tying up, holding, some low blows there by Mayweather. Another low blow. That's where the point was taken off.
Bit of headbutting, bit of gamesmanship. It had it all. Didn't have a lot of open fighting. And he's a very tired man, Roger.
Scorecards as handed by the judges at ringside for this title fight. First up, Judge Paul Whitehall scores about 119 to 109.
Given either one, maybe the first.
Charles Lucas scores about 118 to 110. Pascual Iguasan scores about 118 to 100. And the winner, unanimous points decision, and still the IBF welterweight champion, Kostya Tsyu.